Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Going On Daily. I am Becky here with Mr. Chuck Allen on your favorite Monday station. It is dog week here, Chuck.
Yes, I love dogs.
I do too.
I
Oh my
love
gosh,
weeks too.
I thought that was actually a window for 1 second. No, you live in the hot climate of San Antonio, Texas.
It's not actually a hot climate today, my friend. And let me tell you, I did a little research before the
Mm,
show today. I
yes.
want to impress you with my knowledge. So
Oh, wait.
I look at the thermometer here and it says 44 degrees
That's
F.
in the pluses. That's not cold,
Hang
Chuck.
on, though. This is where you're going to be impressed.
Okay.
44 degrees Fahrenheit, I know for a fact, equals out to 6.67 degrees Celsius, which brings the question to mind immediately right off the bat here, folks. Why is there a decimal point in the temperature in Canada? Like right now, it would be 6.67 degrees, and I would
They
be
would
like
just say it's
so
-7.
confused.
Because Fahrenheit makes 0 sense to the entire world except for America and possibly one African country.
Yeah,
And,
us in that one country. Come on.
so I think there's 3 countries total in the world that use Fahrenheit. It makes no sense. So when you're converting it to one that actually does make sense, it's like, okay, I guess we're in the decimals now. Because for us, 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. It's very simple.
And I'm not going to lie. That seems like it would be a logical way to go about things.
I was
And I've
actually
never understood this whole 32
32.
is going to be all right, but 31 is going to freeze. Like, where does things boil at? I don't
Who
know.
created that? I don't know.
I'm
It's
so
very
confused by the whole thing.
I was thinking about that driving this weekend actually about you, and I was like, so I'm doing 100 on the highway
Oh,
because
this is
that's
100 kilometers or 100 miles.
kilometers.
So that's only
What the
like 30
speed limit
miles an
is.
hour,
It's
right?
like 60.
All right.
That's our
It
highway
sounded way
speed.
cooler before.
But I was just thinking because I saw a sign, I was watching TV as well, and they're on a whatever road, and the sign said 25. And I was like, what does that even mean? Is that fast? Is that slow? Because 25 here is like not, that is so slow. That's like slower than a school zone. But 25
25
for
is pretty
you.
slow. We have school zones here in San Antonio that are 20. And I'll tell you what, that is difficult because I like to be compliant to all the rules, especially as it applies to school zones. I
Mhm.
believe that children are the future. I'm like that, we
I
are the
believe the
world.
children are the
I'm
future.
that.
Yeah.
And in our school zones, it's 20. I wish it was 21, and I'll tell you why.
Okay. I want
Cruise
to know what
control.
you're doing with that extra mile.
I have a lead foot. I can look down on the highway, and next thing you know, I'm going like 90, 95. I feel like I'm just rolling with the flow of traffic, but I'm speeding, pretty heavily.
Mhm.
And in a school zone, it's 20 miles an hour. When the lights are on, like that's a double penalty. So if you're going faster than 20, you almost end up in prison.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to end up in prison over 21 miles per hour. So I try to set the cruise control. Here's
That's
the problem. My car, when you hit the cruise control thing, it won't let you set it until you get to 20. But in order to get it to register as 20, you have to be going 21. So you hit it,
Mm.
slow back down to 20 real quick. So there's cops around the corner. And I don't know. I know this is not a topic of discussion we had scheduled for this show, but 20 miles per hour is too slow because your cruise control's messed up. I believe that there's some sort of a fix in that they know this and they realize we can nail people going 21 that are good people.
You're right.
It just can't hit the thing at 20 because their
That's
cars are
right.
set up that way. And then they go to Chrysler and they go to Jeep and they go to all these things and they give them the Jake Hudson.
Jake
How you
Hudson,
doing, buddy?
doing great today. How about you, buddy?
Yeah, cool
Yeah.
avatar. So that's called Avatar,
What?
the face thing, the profile
I
picture.
don't see his face. Oh, over there. No, it says Jake Hudson. It's a picture of him.
It looks like it's got a skull and some flames, though. I mean, that's
Well, I
cool.
think it's just his face with some flames. Like he's like on a computer or something.
Rock and roll, Jake. Thank
I thought you
you.
meant like Avatar, the blue guys. I was very confused.
Oh no.
It is Avatar. I see.
We talk about avatars in many different ways, but there
We
you go.
are,
I'm gonna think that 21 is a more
yeah, okay.
you
See,
don't
again, it makes no sense to me. 21. Our speed limit is 21 here. But yeah,
and
your 20 is
frankly, I mean, I don't know if this is even appropriate to say on our show. I don't want us to get boycotted from YouTube or anything, but what's the difference between getting hit by a car that's going 18 versus a car that's going 20? I think when you get into the double digits, either way, you're kind of screwed. So
I
it's
think so.
like, you know,
I think so. And speaking of 18, our 30 kilometers per hour, which is school zone, is 18.64 miles per hour.
you can't even do that on cruise control because 20 is the
I
slowest
guess
it'll
you just
go.
have to be responsible and put your foot down only ever so slightly so that you only hit 18.64. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because
It's
I
tough.
mean, feels like a speed trap to me, folks. But we all know what the requirements are. We
Listen,
just have to live by
these
them. We have to live
kids,
with the rules, and that's it.
Jake, the topic is dogs today. It has nothing to do with school zones, Fahrenheit, Celsius, anything like that. Somehow we're just so off topic. So
We're off topic.
let me veer into a different direction here. Otherwise, we're never going to make it through. It is
Right?
dog week here on Going On Daily. We have been doing themes for the last 2 months, which I love. I think this is fun. Dogs are my
Themes are
absolute
awesome.
favorite thing in the entire world. So I'm very happy today. Maybe my dogs will make a cameo at some point. Oh, I know. Are you having issues with your green screen? No, it's just crappy. I don't have a green screen. I have a colorful screen. And then when I move, I disappear a little bit. You can't even see a
It's
hat.
it's yeah. It's kind of
At
funny
least you can
looking
see
this
this
week.
part of
It's
me. It's just my
interesting.
hat.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll take it off. I just have
Oh, look, see, there
bronchitis.
you go. That's like totally different now.
And it's a little like it's cold out. It's snowy. My hair's super staticky. So
I
whatever.
got you right here, my friend. I'm wearing
I
a
know.
hoodie
This
today. Make
is
roofing
what it
great
looks like.
again.
I'm wearing pajamas. It has cats on it on dog
Oh,
week. I know.
during dog week. That is so
No,
disrespectful to the
I don't
dogs of the
I
world.
don't have a dog nightgown.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, why don't you start us off? What's the biggest mess?
All right. So, biggest mess, right?
Story
It's
time with
dog
Chuck.
week. And one of the things that we love about our dogs is their loyalty, their
Right.
undying enthusiasm, their love for us, their
Yes.
willingness to basically be there through thick and thin and never really ever even consider turning their backs on us.
That's good.
And I think that for that, they deserve a lot of recognition. And I think that's why dogs are known as men's best friend.
Yes.
And I think that dogs are awesome. I go on
I
record with
agree.
that.
100%.
I've had some pretty cool dogs over the course of my life. My last couple dogs have been boxers. And when I
Oh,
found
nice.
out that this was dog week, one thing instantly came to mind. And it was I get boxers when they're puppies. I've had two boxers that were puppies that were both like really
Mhm.
small and they're enthusiastic breed. I don't know if you're familiar with
Oh, I
boxers,
had
but they're
boxers
like
growing up.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're all about it, right? Like they're
Yeah.
playing and like run around in
Yeah. They're
circles and like
mental.
chewing on their feet for no reason and just doing all this crazy stuff. Well, I had this boxer and I'd venture to guess I was probably like in my early 20s.
Mhm.
Like I bought a house when I was 23. So this was before that. So I was probably about 22 when this happened. Yeah,
Okay.
they are. They're
They are very
crazy.
punchy. Not a
They
little
love
bit.
to
They're
they love to
very
use their hands to be expressive. And
yes.
so I had this boxer puppy that I bought from one of my buddies, and she was living there with me in my little apartment that I had. But obviously, puppies, they're very interested in
They
things. They like to
require a lot of
look
attention.
around and yeah, boxers. I didn't realize at that exact moment in my life how much they needed. Later on down the road, when I got my next boxer, I had like acres of land for her to roam
No,
free and
nice.
run, and that was great. But Shady, my first boxer, didn't have that luxury, so
Mhm.
I didn't realize exactly what I was going up against. When I first got her, I would leave her during the course of the day in this like this little crate thing that they make,
Mhm.
for dogs. But I'm not one of those people. I hate crates. I think it's messed up
Yeah.
to put something in and lock it
Yeah,
and
no,
have
I
it
agree.
know that it can't get out no matter what. And that can mess with your. So I decided one day, I'm not going to do that anymore with Shady. She's a good girl.
Good
She's
girl.
probably
She
about
doesn't
4 or
deserve that.
5 months old at this point.
Yeah.
She's good. Like, I've done a great job with her. So I leave Shady out. I go to work, and it's a normal work day. I go home. I'm expecting just to come in and nothing be really crazy, but I open the door, and Becky, like, I don't even know how this all happened, but my
Right.
little dog, who was probably about, I don't know, like 8 or 10 pounds at this point, she is little.
Okay.
And I walk into my house, and I kid you not, there was like so much stuff that had been destroyed that was like in a nice pile
No.
in my
Oh,
living room, to
no.
where it literally looked like it had rained or snowed in my living room, because I
Yikes.
had, back in the day, we had this thing called newspapers. And
I
I know a
know it.
lot of people watching our show today are probably not even familiar with
What is a
newspapers, because we don't
newspaper?
have that anymore, but they used to like print news on an actual paper and like send it to
We
you.
still have that.
Well, I know people that don't know how to fill out envelopes. I know people who don't know how to cash checks. So
Well, my
got a
daughter
got
got to
a
cash her first check last night. She was so excited, but now you can just do it from your phone. So it's like way easier. But
yeah, it kind of takes away some of the
I know.
charm. But
I know. Anyway,
what
sorry, go on.
no worries. So I get in there, and I mean, it's like this deep, probably a foot deep of shredded newspapers.
No.
Because I'm one of those people that would get them, and then I would just like put them in the corner, and I had a stack of them. Serves me right for being a
Mhm.
hoarder.
Yeah, of
But
course.
my dog got in there, and I can only imagine what was going through her mind. And I thought either she was having fun and just like, yeah, this is badass. I'm
Yeah,
destroying everything. This
just
is going to be
ripping it
awesome.
up all over.
Or
Yeah,
she was panicking, thinking that she was like betrayed and left
that's
behind. And,
probably it. Yeah. She
and I
didn't have the
started thinking,
comfort of
okay,
her crate anymore. For some dogs, like, that crate is quite comforting,
secure. Yeah. And
knowing that
later
they're
on in
safe
life,
there.
she would go lay in the crate
Yeah.
voluntarily just to be there. So
Mm.
I think there is something to that. But I walk in and I'm freaked out. And all I see is this little tiny boxer with this little head and this cute little face, because she had this
Yeah.
thing with her teeth where they
Under bite,
always
yes,
stuck
of
out,
course.
And you could tell that she kind of knew that she had done something messed up, because she was like in the corner, kind of like sitting still, trying to be a statue. And I just kind of looked for a second, and I wanted to get mad. I
Yeah.
wanted to, but
But
I
can
just couldn't.
you
I
but
started
can
laughing, and I thought, you know what? This is going to be the biggest mess that any dog has ever made, that I've ever seen. And 15 years from now, I'm going to tell this story on Going On Daily, and everybody's going to know. So that's
yeah.
in memory of my dog Shady,
No.
who at that point in her life destroyed everything. And she learned a lesson that day. She was quite a character, but she learned a lesson, and she never destroyed anything again after that. Um, just because I think she saw that the look on my face was not
Mhm.
one of approval and enthusiasm. Never yell, or God forbid, I've never stricken a pet. So
Correct,
I
yeah.
think just the face knew it was like that. I'm more disappointed more than mad. And it's amazing how dogs can understand
They
things. And I
do.
think she
Like,
understood. I'm disappointed is worse than I'm mad. And she was
that's
never
so
bad
funny.
again.
When we
So
were kids, this is kind of an aside, but when we were kids, my parents used to spank us, right? It was the 90s, 80s, 90s. They used to just
we turned
wail
out
on us
fine.
out of anger. Yeah, it turned out fine. But they my mom would always say, "I never got spanked as a child. My dad would just tell me he was disappointed, and that would be enough." And so when she would go to spank us or like ground us, my brother and I would be like, "Can't you just be disappointed in us, mom?"
Yeah, come on. That's way
She's like,
worse.
"That won't do anything." We're like, "It will. It will, promise."
We will be so much worse off knowing that you're disappointed than the physical
Mm,
anguish that we will endure for doing wrong.
yeah, that's
And
right.
yeah, that worked for Shady. She did it. So
What a sweetheart. I know, like, we can just
props to
look at
her.
our dogs. Well, me and the German Shepherd, I'm not the alpha, so I tell him he's bad, and he's like, gives up his little doggy middle finger. And like, but my other ones, and I'm like, coconut. And then she's just like coward. So she knows. And like, I don't even have to tell her much. If she goes to like take one of the other dog's food, I just look at her and she's like, so that one's okay. But the German Shepherd, no. But if my husband says it to him, he is like shaking in a corner somewhere. So they really are smart. They definitely know when you're happy and when you're not happy. That's for sure.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we kick off Dog Week, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a great week because hopefully there's not too many bad stories about dogs. And if there are, hopefully none of us are sharing them this week.
Yeah, so. Right. If someone's like, this is how this dog ruined my life, that would not be a good start.
I see enough of those on Nextdoor. I don't need to hear about them here.
Oh, yeah, no. We want to hear the good, positive dog stories today because dogs are perfect angels. I look at my dog every day and I'm just like, how did you become so perfect? Kenny had stay positive. Oh, that's cute. Kenny. What a sweetheart. Okay, so
I hear dogs barking in the background.
Yeah, because my husband got home and he's just like not coming into the house. So my dog's like losing his mind. Which means now that my husband's home, that means that we'll get a cameo from Coconut at some point.
Nice.
Text them, ask them to send her in.
We now know Coconut is awesome and does nothing wrong.
Is the best perfect angel in the entire world. The other two are little butt heads, but Coconut's an angel. So anyways, you are watching here with Jake, with Ron, Havenshine on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, /X. You can find us at any of these places. Rhode Island Broadcasting, RI_broadcasting, Broadcasting RI. There's multiple ways that you can find us live every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Or if you can't get with us at those times, you can listen to us after the fact. We are on audio at Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. Of course, we are on all the socials. You can follow us, find clips, little reels of us. We are on MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Parler, Space, Gab, and of course, X, Twitter, either at RI Broadcasting or Broadcasting RI. Again, because for whatever reason, we don't want to keep it cohesive around here. We want to have a different name for everyone.
No continuity.
No continuity at all. I'm guessing there are other people. It's like why you're Chuck Allen 210, right? Because somebody else came in and took that name. We're also on Patreon, of course. You can support the show, get yourself some merchandise. Mistakes were made. Yeah, I think you can probably change the name still, Ron. I think you can go back and change it. Anyways, we are on Patreon at RI Broadcasting, where you can support the show and get pictures of Chuck's feet. We are also on Facebook at Going On Daily Morning Show. You can follow us there. Eventually, we will go live again on Facebook. If you don't know the backstory, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg dust, big time. 10,000 followers, just gone. Years of work from Ron, just gone. For no reason, honestly, for no reason. So we had to start a new one, and that is Going On Daily Morning Show. So follow us there. Finally, support the show on our website. If you want to get all the information that I just said, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. You can donate up to $10 million if you feel so inclined. You can also, this is the most important one. I mean, the $10 million is welcomed. But also you can vote for the Hall of Fame, which is very exciting. We are into a new month right now. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Sean Penn, Robin Williams, Gene Hackman, and Tom Hanks was for November. It looks like Robin Williams is going to take it, but Ron says we're going to wait till tomorrow to get the official results. So do we have a new Hall of Fame then, Ron? Because it's now December. Today is December 1st. Do we have something new? Is it females? Is it actresses?
What a terrific question.
I don't think we didn't talk about it backstage, so I'm going to guess that we don't have one yet, which is unfortunate because it is December 1st.
Later today.
Let me give you some examples. If we're doing like 90s or 2000s, Julia Roberts, maybe. That's all I can think of at this moment. Can you think of any? I'm drawing a total blank. Maybe like, Jennifer Aniston.
Like 80s and 90s?
Like 90s and 2000s.
I would be like Jennifer Love Hewitt. I would say like Jenny Garth.
It'll be music. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Females?
music.
Females in music? Cher?
Mariah Carey, Cher. I
Whitney?
would
How about divas?
say
How about divas? That would be a good
J
one.
Lo. J Lo would be good.
J-Lo. That's right.
My
How about
favorite's the
ones?
Pretenders. If we're doing females, that'd be
Oh,
cool.
okay. Yeah,
Pretenders.
yes. It wasn't it just one female and a group of men though?
Well, the one is the only one that really counts when you think about it. I mean,
I suppose, yeah.
we only know of the lead singer, so
We do. That's right. Females, we just don't know the decade. Okay, well, stay tuned tomorrow for that, where you get to hear more about it from probably me. I'll probably be back tomorrow. So, excuse me. Okay, let's talk about famous dogs.
famous
Yeah,
dogs.
I
My
thought this would
favorite
be
kind
a
of
good one.
dogs, the ones that
I
we
know.
all know and love.
Exactly. I thought this would be a good one. So, here are some famous dogs from history, whether they're legendary, heroic, maybe even unbelievable. Some aren't even real, some are just TV dogs, but let's go through it. A lot of these I hadn't even heard of. The first one is Leica. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It was the first animal in orbit. Now, that being said, who would do that? Who would be like, hey, this dog knows nothing about consent or what's going on
Let's
or
throw
space
this bad boy
travel.
up into space.
Let's throw him up in this. Yeah. So that one's not cool. But a stray, of course, it was a stray from Moscow, became the first living being to orbit the Earth aboard Sputnik 2. She's remembered as the pioneer of space exploration. That is messed up. It is super messed up. That dog was probably so scared. How do you
I know.
strap a
How
dog
do you
in?
suppose they went about this? You think they're like, you want to go for a ride? Who wants to go for a ride?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go for a ride. And the dog's all excited, thinking it's going to Dairy Queen or something. It ends
Yeah.
up in Mars.
And what's the point? Quite honestly, it's not like she can come back and tell you what happened. This is her in the picture.
I mean,
I
she
guess.
looks happy though. It looks like it was a cool trip. I mean,
that's
she's
probably
like, "What's up, everybody?" I was in
I don't know.
Jupiter.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad
Yeah.
Leica got off the streets to be a guinea pig. But anyway, she was the first dog
I
ever
agree with you 100% on that. I think sending a dog
without consent, without knowledge,
Yeah.
without someone to keep it calm. That's messed up.
Would it have been different if it were a cat in your eyes?
No, I love cats.
See, it would have been different for me if it was a cat. I'd have been like, all right, cats
Hold on,
are
we've got a
cool.
cameo here. Hold on.
Dun, 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 dun. Coconut.
Coconut. Oh, she's a little stressed out right now because she was
Coconut's like,
sleeping.
bro,
It's very cold here.
I didn't know you were going to put me in front of millions of people worldwide.
She's been
Holy
on the show
cow.
before. Oh, but because I have a background, we can't see her. Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry,
oh no!
Coconut. You look like that
Coconut.
giant bear-looking thing.
Bear-looking thing.
Hashtag coconut. Oh,
Here we go. There we go. Hi, Coconut.
Coconut's
Perfect
like,
angle. You can't tell, but
like that's the perfect video right there where Coconut's just like not really having it. That side eye that you just got right there was pretty legendary.
She's upset because she was laying on the couch under her red light. Life was good. Life was warm.
Next thing you know, she's outside trying to pee in the freaking snow and ice.
Her a spot. So
I hear you, Coconut. I hear you.
Yeah, she came from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, to come live in this frozen wasteland. I know.
Coconut's like, bro, this is so messed up. Like,
this is messed up. I know.
I just need to go back to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. Life was good, begging for treats, not knowing where your next meal was coming from. She was pregnant too when they found her. And her dogs are massive because one of them is here and he's like, no, don't like me. He's like 40 pounds. So I don't know who had their way with Coconut, but
it's a little bit cold out, Coconut, but I feel like it does beat the alternative. And it sounds to me like you're winning in life. So
exactly.
Shout out to Coconut.
Shout out to Coconut. We'll see if she stays. Okay, the second historic dog here is Balto. As we know, there was a movie. Was it Richard Gere, Balto? I think it was.
I don't know.
Let's
find out together, fans.
Hero. So this is from 1925. This dog led the final sled team through a deadly blizzard to deliver life-saving diphtheria antitoxin to Nome, Alaska. There's even a statue of him in Central Park. Now, he led the dog team, but all of those dogs should have had a statue, in my opinion.
Well,
Don't you think? Don't you think?
I mean, That's just the way of the world. Sometimes the people that get the stuff done don't get the recognition.
Exactly. You
Hopefully
already
they
said this.
didn't hopefully Balto was cool and like at his award ceremony, he's like, shout out
Shout
to my
out to
team. They did good for
Dasher and
me.
Dancer and Prancer and
Yeah,
Vixen.
if Balto's team showed up and they were expecting that and he was just like, yeah, it was
It was
tough, but
me.
I
I did
persevered
everything.
and I am a hero. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like Balto, bro, what's
I
up?
mean, really though, you already did say this about the Pretenders. It didn't matter about the other guys who make the music. It's all about the lead singer.
Sorry, guys.
So
There's only one Chrissy Hind, and
right.
it's Balto.
And it's Balto. Oh, Kevin Bacon, not Richard Gere. What movie am I thinking of? Anyway.
Same thing. Kevin Bacon and Richard Gere, if you put them on a screen side by side, I might could tell you the difference, but
one is gray hair, one is blonde hair.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Okay, do you know Sergeant Stubby?
I feel like I need to. I don't now, but I feel like within the next minute or so,
not
be much better for me.
Not to be confused with Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Stubby.
That chump still hasn't responded.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna start calling him Sergeant Stubby now. Now you've given me new ammunition.
That's right.
In my Twitter / Instagram attempts to fight Sergeant Slaughter.
Let him enjoy shuffleboard and.
Oh no, he's still out there wrestling. I'm not calling him out off of the nursing home. I'm calling him into the ring that he's got more practice than me.
Okay, well then
I'm the underdog.
That's fair then.
I'm the underdog, no doubt.
Hilarious. I can't wait to see this. Okay, so Sergeant Stubby is America's most decorated war dog from World War I.
Nice.
He was a stray who became a soldier's companion. He warned troops of gas attacks. He found wounded soldiers. And he captured a German spy. He literally became a sergeant. That's pretty awesome.
So Sergeant Stubby actually caught a spy. Like,
yeah,
I feel like I need to know more about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll do a whole story on Sergeant Stubby. We were watching a show yesterday that has police dogs, and they use a very certain type of police dog, usually that type of German Shepherd. They usually are quite a darker fur, which is exactly what my German Shepherd looks like. And so he gets real excited when we're watching stuff like that. But I was thinking like of these dogs taking people down. Yesterday I was wrestling with him on the couch, and he does this, we call it nibsing, where he like takes his front teeth and just
it's like a love tap kind of.
Oh, but it hurt, and he broke skin yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, you hurt me. And then I'm like, man, imagine if this dog was actually pissed at me. If he was like doing his job to take me down, he would rip the skin right off, or we rip the muscle, every part of me, we rip right off my bones. So yeah.
Thankful that didn't happen.
Totally. He just nibs.
Understanding the difference between play and reality.
Exactly.
It's what makes dogs awesome.
Totally. All right, another famous dog is actually multiple dogs, and these are the Chernobyl dogs of 1986. Not one, 86. In fact. Yeah, 86, Chernobyl. Hundreds of dogs after the nuclear disaster were abandoned. Isn't that terrible? They formed their own packs and survived for decades in the exclusion zone. Many still live there today, supported by rescue groups. Now, I'm sure none of the 1986 dogs live there, because how do you be 39 years old?
That'd be awesome, though, wouldn't it?
Not. They're
That'd
like, it's my day. Yeah. But they're offspring and offspring and offspring and offspring. Nobody's fixing these dogs.
Just holding down the fort. Yeah, it's their neighborhood.
Yeah. Very interesting, hey?
Indeed.
They could be. I don't think they can be. I don't think dogs live to be the same.
I wonder what the oldest dog ever in the history of dogs is. I mean,
Ron, look this up.
I feel like 39 is pushing it. My dogs both made it to 8.
Yeah.
And we did have a dog when I was a kid. My dog that I got when I was in kindergarten lived until I was like about 20 or so.
Oh, wow.
I'd say he's probably about 17, 18 years old, but he was small.
They often say that Chihuahuas can live to 20 something. Oh, hi, Danny. Danny is at the rescue. Danny boy's here now. Just saving the day. I thought you meant you were at an animal rescue. You're just here to rescue this dull podcast.
What? Dull?
Danny's here. Well, no, I don't know.
Are you insinuating that our podcast is dull?
Danny, I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, right after Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, right. First Sergeant Slaughter, then Danny. No, Danny is awesome. We're happy you're here, buddy. All right,
Danny's
another
in a good mood. The Dallas Cowboys have been like
on fire
doing
or
really
what?
well here
Okay,
recently.
all right. I mean, a Super Bowl is coming up fairly soon. No, is
I
that how
think
it
in
works?
January or February. I think
I don't.
February.
Okay, February. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, dog number 5 here is Hachiko, a Japanese symbol of loyalty from the 1920s. He waited
Nice.
9 years at the train station for his owner. This might be the Richard Gere movie. Or no, maybe it's Cuba Gooding Jr. I don't know. I think it's Richard Gere. And it was called Hachi, maybe. But he waited for 9 years at the train station for his owner who had passed away. He became a national symbol of devotion. The statue of him is at Shibuya Station. That is so sad. Someone needed to adopt that dog and be like, here's the love that
Yeah,
you're
like
getting.
bro, come on. Why like much respect just for your loyalty. Like let's take him out of the rain. He seems like a good one.
Yes. Yeah, what a sweetheart. Poor little guy. How about Rin Tin Tin? I didn't know this was a real dog. Apparently,
Oh
it's
yeah,
Hollywood's
Rin Tin
first
Tin.
dog. He was in the 20s and 30s, and he was a German Shepherd, of course, rescued from World War I battlefield, who went on to star in 27 Hollywood films and helped save Warner Brothers from bankruptcy. I had no idea.
Rin Tin Tin is responsible for Warner Brothers not going bankrupt. I love it.
Apparently, and now look at them today. I need to know who Rin Tin Tin is here. Oh, okay, he's cute. And he's
Don't type in Rin Tin Tin, Dave Chappelle, racist Hollywood animals. That is not a fair representation of the
from the
real Rin
Chappelle
Tin
show?
Tin. Yes.
Okay, Dave Chappelle's going to be here in 2 days. My brother has
Do it.
tickets. Didn't even
Do
tell
it.
me. They're
Do
like
it.
$175 a piece.
Still worth it.
I know. My brother got the upper bowl, which is way cheaper, but there's tons of lower bowl because it's $200 a ticket. And I'm like, do I go by myself? Because the only other person I would go with is going, and he doesn't have a seat for me. So, anyways, love Dave Chappelle. Hilarious. Chappelle show. I showed my parents Clayton Bigsby and the Tyrone skits the other day.
Well, that Rin Tin Tin kind of goes right along with that.
So funny. Love that.
Rin Tin Tin, we'll just say, had some personal issues in that
I've
episode.
seen it all. I just don't remember. All right, here's another one. Buddy, the first seeing eye dog in the US of 1928. He guided Morris Frank, inspiring the formation of the Seeing Eye organization and pioneering guide dog training in North America. I didn't realize it was almost 100 years old having a seeing eye dog. Awesome. Smokey, he's a World War II hero. He was a 4-pound Yorkie, a Yorkshire Terrier. You wouldn't think of that guy on the battlefield, but he ran communication wires through small, dangerous pipe. He survived air raids, boosted soldiers' morale. Oh, it's a girl, I guess. She's considered to be an early therapy dog. So
that's actually pretty awesome because you see these little dogs and it's like that dog's like running around all fast and stuff, and nobody can get it because it's like just so funny and quick.
Like Benny Hill.
There you go. And I'll tell you, those little dogs are mean too. Like if you're going into a fight, I would rather have one of those small dogs than, like if it was my boxer, I would take the boxer, obviously, but one of those little small dogs just randomly biting people. I've only been bit by like 3 dogs, and they've all been those little like wiener dogs.
Oh, I've also been bit by a wiener dog in my nose. It saw its reflection in my glasses and it freaked out.
Yeah, like great. That's awesome. Thanks, bro. That's what happened to me. I get bit because I go to people's homes and I try to be inviting, and I'm always like, I'm nice to dogs because I feel like dogs are a good barometer. If the dog likes you, then you must be pretty cool. Like they have that intuition. I've been bit by 3 wiener dogs. One was a guy that worked for my company. His dog was in our office and bit me.
No.
And I would never, I say this 100%, never condone like abuse towards any type of animal. But when this little dog bit me, Becky, I have never wanted to kick something so hard in my entire life, and I didn't do it. But those little dogs are mean, and that's why I have a taser. I carry it with me on all my jobs because it scares the little dogs away from you, and I need them.
Only
Pit
in
bulls,
America,
Rottweilers, German Shepherds, none of them scare me at all. They're cool. I guess because they know. They're just like, dude, we can We can pretty much take you. So whatever. We're confident. The little dog has to be the one with the big voice.
Hmm. Yeah, my small Chihuahua has a very loud bark on her, but she has no teeth. Like, what is she gonna do? Honestly, and she's pretty scared. She'll bark at you, and then you come in, and she's still barking at you. But like, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, like barking as you start hiding under a coffee table or whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
that's charming. And I respect and appreciate that. And actually, I think I favor that.
yeah. The German Shepherd is a very loud barker. I would be scared to break in. And then Sweet Coconut is an angel, and she's still here on my lap.
I feel that, like, out of the pack, that Coconut would be the one where, like, if you broke into the house, you know, sure, German Shepherd scares everybody. I feel like Coconut would be the one that would, like, go running and, like, jump up into the air and, like, snatch onto the neck and
Because she kind of looks
to,
like
like, random people.
because she kind
Yeah.
of looks like Jack Russell, and they're
Yeah.
known for that.
Coconut looks like an absolute stone cold killer if necessary,
I know.
but also realizes, you know, it's not necessary. I can just be
She's
me
like,
and
break into
I
my
can be
house,
cool.
I'll mess you up. I'll mess you up. Right, Coconut? She's so passive though. I think it's because like she'll bark when the other dogs are barking, she'll be barking, but then I'm like, Coconut, and then she just like looks at me, and then everything is good. The other two just do not care if anyone's yelling at them. I think one's deaf, and then the other one's a German Shepherd who does what he wants. So
There you go.
I think Coconut would mess somebody up. I do.
Coconut's the voice of reason, but I always tell people I have a business partner named Chris, and we look very similar. We're both about the same height. We both got the same haircut. I'd venture to say, you know, maybe I'm a little bit more handsome.
I would say
That would just be
taller for
my
sure.
personal rankings. And
Yeah.
I always tell people, like, you know, hey, I'm okay with it, but you know, Chris is like hella pissed off, and he never gets mad at anything. He's like the most subdued, like coconut type personality. But I'm like, that's the one you got to be worried about.
Yeah.
You know, me, I'm over here yelling and
deadly.
raising hell, but everyone knows I'm not doing anything.
That's
The
right.
guy that's quiet, that's just sitting over there smiling.
Mhm.
Deep down, he's plotting your demise. So
Yeah, that's true.
I'd stay
Hey?
close to Coconut. I think you've got the right idea with Coconut being there and being like super cool to Coconut, because Coconut could be the one.
And if she's not the one, she's still just like the nicest dog ever. She's just
Yeah, there you go.
and
It's
passive.
genuine.
I love
She's
her.
like, I got you. I got you.
And she,
You know, you're wearing cats on your sweater today. I'm still your dog.
if I had dogs on my sweater, I would also. She loves cats. She loves everyone. I said to the shelter, I need a dog that's like kind of like a Chihuahua because my Chihuahua had just died. And I just got home. Literally the day I got home from cancer treatment from Mexico, my dog died. The day. I didn't
Oh,
even get to see her yet. And so I was heartbroken. My husband said no more dogs. And of course, naturally, I got a dog.
that
And
means more dogs.
and I said, just let me have something that's kind of like a Chihuahua. Hi. And has been there a long time. And they were like, I have no idea why no one has adopted Sweet. Her name was Chica at the time. Why no one's adopted her, because she's the nicest dog. Thank you, Danny. Yes, she is. And so I was like, I want her. And I kept looking at pictures of her with her fur. And I don't know if you can see, but it's like the most
Oh.
ratty.
Oh, check that out. Coconut sporting a mohawk. I love it.
Totally. And I'm like, she looks like a coconut. And my dog who died was Peanut. So I was like, it's fate.
That's
So-
it. Yeah, peanut, coconut.
And plus she has white fur, so that means I can dye it different colors, which with dog friendly dye, which I do. She's currently blue. You can't really tell though. It's fading. An
Oh.
ass hawk. Okay, get out of here. Anyways, we're so off topic yet again. But coconut
Welcome to our show. I don't even know why we have topics. I think it's for like general, and then it's just like, okay, we'll talk about that for a second, and then next thing you know, it's like coconut is blue, and it's because she's awesome. And it's like,
Yeah,
I didn't
God bless
even
her
know
with life.
coconut 20 minutes ago.
I know, and now your life has been enriched since
Yeah.
then.
I'm gonna tell people about coconut all day today.
Yeah, coconut's
Legit.
the best. Yeah, she does smell like nacho chips though, so I think she probably has an issue. But I just say it's the smell
Yeah.
of her people because she's from Mexico.
That's an amazing issue to have. If I smelled like nacho chips, I would go around all day making sure everybody knew about it.
Totally. It makes me want
I'd walk into crowded rooms on purpose. There
Like-
you go.
smell that. It's yeast in my paws, but it's fine.
That's
It smells
right.
good. All right.
Jeez.
How about this other dog? Coconut should be on this list, but she's only going on Daily Famous now. Togo, the real serum run champion. Balto got the fame, but Togo actually ran 260 miles. Balto only ran 55. Modern historians consider Togo the true MVP of the Gnome Serum Relay. See, Balto stealing somebody's, like he's at the
I'm now
front.
losing respect for Balto. I feel like the other guys in the team are like, dude, like we were here.
Yeah.
Like
You only ran the last
what is
55. What about
this?
us who ran 260 miles
Yeah.
in the freezing cold? We're
Balto's like
dogs.
Frankie Valley, and they got the Four Seasons in the back, and they're just like, bro, but what?
Yeah.
Like,
I know he doesn't even get a name. He just gets snow.
well, now that I know that someone did
spring.
5 times more work, it's like,
I know, rough.
now the evidence is stacking up against Balto, and now I'm not.
Yeah, take down that statue.
I'm not respecting him nearly as much. Coconut now goes to the top of the board.
Yeah, naturally she would anyway. She can't be in the snow for very long, but she could go in the daytime. She could bring you some medicine for sure. In
Absolutely.
the warm summer, yeah. All right, we have another dog named Pickles, like that name very much.
Love Pickles.
This is the dog who found the stolen World Cup in 1966. The Jules Rimet, I don't know if I'm saying that right, trophy was stolen in London, and Pickles found it while sniffing in bushes during a walk. So it's not like Pickles was on the case. It was an accident, but he still gets.
Do we know that though? Maybe Pickles was like, hey, bro, I'm going to go find the World Cup. Maybe nobody's looked in this bush over here, you know? And it's like Pickles was just going to take a whiz, but in reality, systematically, Pickles had figured it out and knew exactly where to go.
I have a thought though. If someone was going to go to all that effort of stealing the World Cup, why would you dump it in a bush? Don't you steal it because you want it?
I mean, it's staying in my basement until everything blows over. And then I'm like, everybody come on over. I'm charging $5 a head. I'm having a Stanley Cup party.
And because it was in the 60s, there's no like CCTV or
nobody's going to be taking your picture and sticking it up on Instagram.
They've got this massive camera. You're going to see it. So yeah, cop chase, dump the evidence. That's probably accurate.
Man.
So anyways, the two left here. Franklin Roosevelt's beloved dog. So famous, he appeared in political speeches, cartoons, traveled with the president. He is even buried next to Franklin D. Roosevelt. Now, I'm hoping, because I've read this about other people and dogs, I'm hoping that they waited until, the dog died. Because apparently in Mexican culture, with Chihuahuas, who they thought was it even Mexican? It might have actually been in Egypt, now that I'm thinking of it.
Sounds like some Egyptian type stuff.
They would have the dogs buried with the dead body, and then that dog would die. So
that's got to be the worst 15 minutes of your life. It's just you're in this tomb, and it's like, bro, I'm not even dead. I'm in here with this dude. He's dead. I can't even.
Well, at least you could eat him, but they would probably embalm him with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you would get sick no matter what. You're done. Like.
Ugh.
What a horrible way to die. I'd be in that casket if I was a dog. I'd be like, dude, what the hell? Like, why didn't you write into the will that Fluffy, gets to live out his life first?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Very selfish.
Danny is saying that he got a dog once he was in remission. This is awesome. What kind of dog do you have, Danny? Finally, the last one on my list is Lassie. Fictional, but iconic nonetheless. Right?
Exactly. And I don't think Lassie's fictional. I've seen Lassie on television many a time.
Yeah, there's someone
seems real to me.
Someone played that dog. Based on the rough collie from the novels and movies, she became a symbol of loyalty, of course, intelligence. She always saved Timmy from the well. Mm-hmm. She was the perfect dog. So that's it for my historic famous dogs. Some of them are famous for weird reasons, but that's okay.
But all are famous. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And that's why we love Dog Week, because
that's right.
These dogs have all done positive things. Not one negative thing about a dog was mentioned in today's episode. And
yeah, exactly. And I got another segment after your segment, but you're taking us into what's special. What's so special? Did I get that right?
What's so special?
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with anything that we've talked about today, which is my forte. Like, let's go ahead and take a sharp left turn, folks.
Okay.
So, Becky, I don't know how things are over there in Canada. I know sometimes we discuss the differences
Politically
between
or
our cultures,
yeah.
and we have some slight differences. Our macaroni and cheese boxes are different here in America than what you
They
have,
are.
and so on
Yeah.
and so forth. But one of the things that has been very disturbing here recently in America over the last couple of years has been college athletics.
Mm.
And I'm going to start by saying, number one, go Bucks, because Ohio State beat the daylights out of Michigan over the weekend.
Okay.
Just throwing
Good
that
for
out
us.
there for anybody that might be a Michigan fan. Sucks to be you, but
You
this
mean
has nothing to do
Michigan?
with the story. This is just me being me for a second. So,
Right.
what happened? I woke up this morning and I kind of knew that something like this was going to happen. So, I made this topic yesterday. And the topic is, what's so special about that guy? And
Mm.
here's what this is based on. There's this guy, he's a coach for the Ole Miss Running Rebels. I'm sure you're familiar with that, probably comes up in conversation daily in Canada. And this guy's name is Lane Kiffin, and he's their head coach.
Okay.
And this guy, Lane, he's like a second generation. His dad was like a well-known coach for many, many years, head coach and all this stuff. And this guy, Lane, he got in there because it was what his dad did. So he's been a coach since he was very young. And over the course of time, this guy, Lane, has made some somewhat sketchy decisions as it pertains to like professionalism and ethics. Like, for example, he took a job one time and then quit before he ever even started. And he got to see, here's a guy, USC Trojan. This guy probably hates Lane Kiffin. Danny, I assume you hate Lane Kiffin. Give me the thumbs up if you hate Lane Kiffin. So he was going to do this job, and then he gets another offer before he starts, and like he just abruptly leaves in the middle of the night and doesn't tell anybody. And like there's a pattern of this behavior that goes on, repetitively with this dude. But he's a pretty good coach, apparently, even though not really. This is where it gets perplexing. His record's not that impressive. Like, we're not talking about like Newt Rockney or anything here. We're talking about Lane Kiffin.
Obviously.
Well, he decided that he was going to leave his job and go do another job for a different school because they were going to pay him like $90 million. Uh-oh. Who we got going on here?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. This
okay.
is Lulu.
What up, Lulu?
She's really going to be upset because she loves her red light, and now she's away from it.
Oh, Lulu, we just got to bring the heat here.
Well, I'm wearing a
like,
heated blanket.
Oh, yeah, this sucks.
I have a heated blanket. She'll be okay. Where's Ruger? Sorry, my husband is here giving me the dogs.
Bringing them all in, making them all famous on Going On Daily.
My microphone's
We've met Coconut today so far, and now we've got Lulu.
Hold on.
Lulu
Ruger,
appears to be
come here.
Enjoying herself tremendously on the program.
Tell him to go this way. He's getting weird here because he doesn't know what to do. Here, Ruger.
Anytime you can have dogs come into the live broadcast is just
exactly.
It takes over the entire program. It's awesome.
For sure. Sorry, well, Lulu's good. She's chilling on the warm blanket, so she'll be fine for now.
All right.
We'll bring that back here.
Lulu. We'll continue on with our story here.
Oh, sorry, Lane Kiffin. We hate him.
So this guy, Lane, I looked this morning and he decided he was going to quit his job.
Oh.
And he was going to go take a different job because they were offering him more money.
Like an accountant or something?
Huh?
Like being an accountant or something? Like changing
like
career?
Still being a football coach.
Oh, okay.
He's not becoming a brain surgeon or anything like that. He's still a football coach.
Okay.
But he's leaving this one, and they basically where he was at was like the only one that gave him an opportunity because he had burned like a ton of bridges and like nobody really likes him. He's kind of,
I need to know who this guy is.
Pardon the term, douchebag.
Oh, he's a
and
douchebag.
So nobody really likes this guy, but he's a good coach. So he gets offered one. He basically goes in and tells this place he's at, hey, look, bro, I'm leaving. If you don't let me stay and coach the rest of the year, I'm going to take all my guys with me and you're going to have no team and I'm going to ruin everything and I'm going to destroy this program. Now, mind you, this is a program that's been good to him, but he ended up in the middle of the night getting in a plane and flying out to his new destination.
Wow.
All the people were booing him. And I started thinking about how good it must be to be a college football coach.
Right.
And here's what's been happening lately. These coaches, they lose their jobs, but they heavily load their contracts now with these massive buyout clauses where, like,
Wow.
if I don't survive the entire duration of the contract and you fire me, you have to pay me X amount of guaranteed money.
Wow. Like
And
severance.
this has got me thinking, right? So I start looking at some of these coaches. There's been a lot that's been fired here over the last couple weeks. And I realized something, Becky. I might be too old now to be a football player.
You could be a coach.
I feel like I could be a head coach. And I think right now, this is my plea to some of these larger schools that have all this money. Dude, I know about football. Let me be your coach.
Yeah.
Because these guys, okay, here's some great examples. Recent coaches that have been terminated and what they've been given to basically stay away from going to work. Now tell me this isn't great. Someone offers me like $20 and they're like, don't go to work today. I'm all in.
Yeah.
We're talking millions.
Yeah.
Ed Orgeron is a coach. He's got a gravelly voice. And he was the head coach of LSU, which is now where Lane Kiffin is the new coach.
Okay.
And you'll see that there's a pattern with this particular university. This guy won the national title. They were the best school in the entire country. And then he got fired.
Okay.
But when he gets fired, he has $17 million that they write him a check for on his way out the door.
I was thinking
$17 million bucks after you win just to go home. And it's like
17 million. Why wouldn't you get fired? You're making more doing that than you are coaching.
Exactly. So check out some of these more recent ones. This guy, James Franklin at Penn State University, he gets fired like 3 weeks ago. And his buyout is $49 million. And he's got a clause in his contract that says Penn State has to pay him that money as long as he is out actively looking for employment. And it doesn't even have to be as good. Like, this dude could go work at McDonald's for the next 4 years, and they got to pay him this $49 million.
That'd be worth it. Go be a greeter at Walmart. You're getting $49 million.
Whatever you need me to do.
You're richer than
I will work at Waffle House. I'll work anywhere you need me to do for $49 million. I'll even work there for free.
Yeah, go be an usher in the stands.
Well, this guy's stupid. So what he did was he got fired. He immediately went and got another job. So the $49 million, they only ended up having to give him 9 of it. So he left $40 million on the table, which to me, again, maybe you love being a coach, but
I'm not mad about $9 million. I'm quitting my job for $9 million.
Oh, dude, I'm quitting my job for $900. So you got this guy. You got this other dude, Brian Kelly, who, again, this is LSU. This guy, Brian Kelly, just got fired a couple weeks ago as well because the team wasn't meeting their performance standards. Yeah. How much money do you think this guy? Now, he was highly overrated. They never really won anything. All the people bought into it. And then over the course of time, they started hating him to the point where they fired him midway through the season. But how much money do you think this dude has been paid? And it was just confirmed the other day because they were trying not to pay it to him. And he ended up going the legal route, but this dude gets paid X amount of dollars to do absolutely nothing.
Is it 30,000 or 30 million?
30 million is very low. This man is getting paid $54 million in his contract buyout to be basically chilling at the house doing nothing. Now, tell me this isn't your dream job, right?
Like, okay, I'm just trying to understand America. Okay.
Me too.
And what's the word I'm looking for? Capitalism.
Crazy.
Which I'm a capitalist. I'm all for it. But isn't Louisiana in a bad way?
Oh my gosh.
Like, Louisiana is the poorest state of all 50 states.
And to just continually have to pump out this money and just fired coaches. Like, they're paying the salary of like 4 or 5 people that they fired.
Meanwhile,
and they were successful people.
Majority of the people in Louisiana like can't even pay rent or have food. That is
Kelly don't be caring about that.
That is
Brian Kelly's eating caviar right out of his gold-plated dish.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you this though. Brian Kelly, $54 million. That seems like it would be like, wow, that guy really won at life.
Yeah.
But let me tell you about someone else, Becky, who has won even more. And that, my friend, is a gentleman by the name of Jimbo Fisher. And Jimbo Fisher, if you're not familiar, he was a coach
I'm not.
for a team in Florida. And his team in Florida did well, but it was because Jimbo Fisher was not in charge at the time that they were awesome. Basically, they had a guy that retired. Jimbo took over. The next year, they were still awesome because of the previous guy. Well, his real talent started to show over time. They started to not produce. Jimbo Fisher got fired, and then he got picked up by Texas A&M University.
Okay.
And Texas A&M has a long history of being delusional when it comes to what they really believe their football team can do. Their football team never accomplishes anything, yet every year they feel like this is the year. So
what does A&M stand for?
It's agricultural and machinery. I know
it's
this
like
because I grew up in, I didn't grow up there, but I lived there
school?
for 10 years. Yeah, it's an agricultural school. It's kind of like almost like a military type deal. They wear uniforms and stuff and very ritual based and it's a great school.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard
badass.
it.
I lived there for 10 years and I love Texas A&M, but they're not a good football school.
No,
Not like they think. So every time they get rid of their coach, they end up bringing on like the next best thing. And they've done this lots of times over the years. Well, a couple coaches ago, they bring on this Jimbo Fisher.
Okay.
And mind you, Jimbo had just been terminated because of his poor performance at another school. And when they hired Jimbo, like they needed him so bad. These guys are so wealthy. They've got so much money there from the agricultural standpoint, all the oil money, all the farming and all, millions and millions and millions. They offer this dude a ridiculous contract. And of course, you know what happens. Jimbo Fisher coaches there for a few years. He's extremely disappointing. They suck. They end up having to fire the guy, but now he's got the largest contract buyout in history. And these rich guys, they didn't hesitate one bit. They wrote the check for it. But Becky, to stay home from work, I'd say Jimbo Fisher's probably in his 60s. He's probably at that normal retirement type age to do absolutely nothing whatsoever. For having a terrible performance and getting fired from his job, this dude got $76.8 million guaranteed dollars to his bank account so that he would walk away and never disturb their program again.
This is college football.
Exactly.
And this isn't even the show.
And it's gotten crazy because the students now can get paid as well. And over the course of time, it was always that the students were out there risking their lives and literally like, you know, this kid could get paralyzed. He's out there playing. Y'all are making millions and millions of dollars. They adjusted to where now the students can make money. And that's a whole other thing where now like these kids make more money in college than they would if they went pro. So they're staying longer in the college environment and making more money.
Another degree. I have 8 degrees.
Yeah, I'm filthy stinking rich. You know, I've got commercials and I've got car dealerships and everything, and it's now fully legal. It goes with the coaches too. But can you imagine getting $76.8 million to do nothing? And this guy Jimbo laughs about it. Like you would think that being known as the biggest bust would be the thing that would tag you. I believe he's the smartest man in history because he saw that there was really no need to win.
This is
at that point when they have to pay you regardless. What is the motivation to win?
Like, I gotta know, who are these lawyers drafting up these contracts? And like on the other side, who are the lawyers that are checking off the T's and C's here going, yeah, you know what, if they fire him, let's give him $76 million.
It's insane.
Like if anyone has been fired, I've been fired once for not getting the COVID shot. And guess what I got out of it?
Bunch.
Guess what I got out of it? Nothing. I almost didn't even know if I was going to get a job. I had to fight for them to give me a couple weeks of pay. Like, so.
And here's Jimbo Fisher on the beach. Like, my team was mediocre. And I feel like that was the plan from day one. And
okay, so
he executed the plan like a champ. So there you go.
How do you get this job?
I need it. So
and you could be it because obviously all the coaches are always very handsome. So for sure it would be
I win. I win. That's the only thing I got going for me now.
Well, you're also
That and my
really tall.
personality. My personality is all right.
You're very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the things a good football coach needs
Yeah.
to be successful.
Tall and hot and funny. That's all I
Nobody
need.
would follow my direction, but it would be cool.
That's right.
So there you go,
Oh, I
ladies and
love it.
gentlemen.
Okay,
What's
that's
so
wild.
special about that
I
guy?
had
I have no
no
idea.
My mind is like actually blown here. Actually blown.
Yeah. Money,
Wow.
money, money.
No wonder that young chick is holding on to that other guy, that old man.
Oh, Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
And
that's
I don't
right.
even care what anybody says, okay? I'm not a Bill Belichick fan. I never have been. Maybe Ron is, or potentially not,
I
based
don't
on
think he
that he was
is.
there. And maybe Ron likes the success. Maybe Ron doesn't like the way that it ended. But if I'm like 75 years old and I got a 24-year-old girlfriend, I could give a
So
damn
crazy.
about anybody else's opinion at that point
It's
because
so weird.
I've
Like,
won at life.
that's an old man and that's a young girl. It's weird.
And dude, I saw the other day where he was sitting at her adult cheerleading competition and he looked miserable.
And they're
But
like,
you
"Are
know
you here to
what?
watch your granddaughter?" And he's like, "Yes, I am."
I feel like at that point in my life, if I'm 72, 75, 70, whatever, if there's a 24-year-old that's she's
Using
pretty
you for your
too,
money. Yeah, she's very pretty.
I would destroy everything that I had built to that stage of my life to ruin it all right then.
Yeah.
And that would be how I would go out of this
Like, even
world.
if he just leaves her a couple million of his finances, you know,
She's
make
getting it all. I promise. That dude's kids have already been written out of the will. That's
I mean, she's
some
smart.
Hulk Hogan
Ew.
type stuff there.
She's smart, but ew. I don't get it.
I mean,
I'm sure
she's willing to put up with it.
her
There's got
parents
to
would
be
say
some
like,
disgusting things that you
yeah.
see as a 24-year-old when you're dating a 75-year-old man. But hey, the fact that she's willing to deal with that, I love it.
Yeah, I guess. I heard she like calls the shots and stuff too. Like tries
Of
to
course.
like tell them how to run football.
And why not?
Why not?
Again, if I was the head coach and I was 75 and my girlfriend was 24, she would be completely in control of the entire situation.
Totally.
I would have no hesitation. That gives me a reason to want to stick around to 75 now. So
Yeah, that's right.
maybe
Okay.
that's my legacy.
Yeah, well, just keep selling roofs. Eventually, you'll have your little roof.
One of these days, we always say roofing isn't sexy, but one day it will be.
But will be sexy.
And that day, it'll be like, you know what? I dedicated my whole life to that shit. And
well,
now,
when my kids have kids and that kid becomes 25, I'll send her your way.
There you go.
Perfect.
You say it like that, and it sounds so not cool.
It's so creepy.
Know?
Yeah,
That
like
sounds weird, but
teenagers. But when their kids are in their 20s, so in 30 plus years,
though, Belichick does not have any scruples. It's a known fact, and this is just proof. Anyway,
great
what's special
topic
about that guy?
Had no idea. So we are after 9 o'clock / 10 o'clock / 11 o'clock, depending on what time zone you're in. Dogs are hilarious. Now I'm going to continue this tomorrow when I'm on again, but I'm just going to give you a couple of funny Chihuahua and German Shepherd facts since they're all laying here with me. I had to take my heated blanket off. Lulu is now on the floor in the heated blanket. Ruger is passed out in front of my desk. Coconut's probably back under her red light, but you know,
they're not barking at all. I love it.
Chihuahuas and German Shepherds. So here's some funny facts about them. Chihuahuas. They are a small dog with a massive personality, as we know. They think they're 200 pounds. Chihuahuas are regularly squaring up against Great Danes and vacuum cleaners and mailmen and people who come to the door with the confidence of a much bigger dog. But as we know, they're tiny. They would get crushed. They just don't know it. They don't care.
I respect them.
Totally. They are professional blanket burrowers. Now, they always say this, that if you have a Chihuahua, just make sure before you get into bed because they're probably under those blankets. Mine don't do that. They never have. In fact, yesterday, my German Shepherd jumped on the bed, pulled all the blankets back to lay on my brand new sheets that were just put on the day before. And this dog sheds like crazy. So maybe he's the professional blanket burrower. But yeah, Chihuahuas, they are known to burrow. I don't know if it's like a origin type thing. One of the, like, that they're hole, they live in holes. like little. They were rat. What is it called? Like a rat
Yeah,
killer.
you go back in history and it's like, what's going on with you
Yeah,
guys? Like, I think they did like live
yeah,
in little
like
holes that
dig
they
and burrow.
dug,
Yeah,
and
like a gopher, like a large
yeah,
gopher. That's right.
yeah.
These dogs, Chihuahuas, are the biggest beggars of food. Now, again, Coconut tries, but she knows better if I give her the look. Lulu, though, this dog is on me. I will be
Lulu
sitting on the
doesn't
couch
care.
eating my
Yeah,
dinner. She is on me. I go to take a bite of something, she takes it out of my mouth. So, yeah,
aggressive in-house sales.
for sure. If she hears the treat jar open, because it's this glass jar and it goes click, she runs. This dog is completely deaf, but somehow hears it,
Oh
runs
yeah, yeah,
right
yeah. She
away.
could be like 3 states over.
Yeah.
And you hear
Yeah,
that
totally.
slight click, and it's like, oh God. Like you're afraid to open the fridge at certain times because it's like
Mhm.
you just know.
Oh, yeah. If I'm in the
Turn
kitchen,
around.
she's at my feet, and I step on her like 100 times a day because she's always under my feet, always.
She's
She's a
all
big
about
moose.
it.
Yeah. I mean, she's a street dog, right? She's also from Mexico. She's from Guadalajara. Couldn't remember there for a second. So she was a street dog. She got by having people throw her scraps. So this is what she knows. But man, is she bad. Man, is it annoying.
That's like a whole program in its own right there. Is you've got a dog from Guadalajara, Mexico,
Yeah.
who has relocated all the way to Canada.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what a day in the life would be like. And it's like, how does this differ from what you were experiencing years ago?
Yeah. Well, she
How
doesn't have
has
to
life changed? Are you
live
like
in
Richie
Burbank.
Rich, the kid that like hit the jackpot and it's like now, like life is going to be awesome? I would tend to think so.
Yeah, I mean, other than it being cold outside, what is she like? She's got a heated blanket. She's got a red light that's hot. She gets snacks all the time. She eats this like wet pate food. She doesn't have
Oh
to
my God, that's
beg
better than
for
I'm
it.
doing.
Life is good for this dog, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as German Shepherds go, he's also a massive mooch. And I think that's trained behavior. My husband bought him from a breeder, expensive show dog, blah, blah, blah. This is obviously before I came around, before I have this heart for street dogs. And this dog is like, you just don't realize that when you have a big dog and a small dog, the small dogs get away with everything, the big dog doesn't. But you realize that they all just actually have the same brain. They really are just the same dog.
Exactly. Yep.
He's just
I know what you
big
mean.
and then he knocks stuff over when he's trying to get to you, where the little dog doesn't. And they both mooch, but like when he sticks his face in my food, I get mad because this entire face is in my food.
Yeah, it's big. And it's like, dude, that's your
It's
only downfall in life is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
it.
So these are big, brave dogs. As we know, we use German Shepherds for military and for police dogs, but in actuality, they're really quite afraid of a lot of stuff. If
Oh,
someone shoots a gun on TV, this dog's running. If fireworks go off on TV, he's hiding. If fireworks go off in person, if we are outside and there's fireworks, he is absolutely terrified. I have to hide him in the trailer, have to lock him up. If there's a thunderstorm, he's hiding. So really, they're not that brave, these dogs. They're kind of big babies.
yeah, it happens.
But German Shepherds are insanely smart. Like this dog knows all my tricks. If I am leaving, he knows because I've gotten dressed and I'm going toward the kitchen, or if I'm brushing my teeth, he knows that means I'm leaving. So now I'm like, hey, go outside, go for a pee. He's not doing it. He's not
No,
doing it. No,
I don't
absolutely
have
not.
to do that right now. I won't have to pee unless I'm in the car.
Yeah. I have to trick him. And then there'd be days when I was working where I would be leaving for work and he would run outside and he wouldn't come back in. And I'm like, I can't leave you outside all day. I'm going to be late for work. And I would have to chase him around the yard. And he thought it was the funniest thing ever. It wasn't. Super annoying. But yeah, they're smart. They can open refrigerators. He hasn't learned that, but he could if I taught him. They say that they're actually the third smartest dog breed next to poodles and border collies being number one.
Wow.
I got to tell you, my best friend has a poodle and my parents have a border collie, and all these dogs are dumb. They're all
I was
just
going to say, I've known quite a few border collies and poodles, and I always felt like my boxers were smarter than them, but
I mean,
maybe
I
I
think
was
it's all about the
biased.
training, right? Like a border collie is meant to be on a farm herding cattle. My parents live in town and barely walk it. So like,
Yeah, they
obviously
adapt to their environment. It's like,
they
yeah, bro,
do.
I sit on
Yeah,
the couch and watch sports all day.
exactly. I mean, for
That's
my
my
German
thing.
Shepherd, he's a working dog, right? He needs a job, but he doesn't have a job. And so he gets really annoying if we haven't taken him out that day or it's too cold or whatever. He's very, very annoying because, at least his one job of going for a walk hasn't happened.
That's it. Like, come on. I just
He's
want to
very
do my
smart.
job.
Yeah, he's very, very smart.
Love it.
Yeah, they are Velcro dogs, really. Like, I can't go anywhere without this dog at my feet. And he's long. Like, he's 105 pounds. So, like, I'm walking down my hallway. I have like a long hallway for the bedrooms, and he just turns perpendicular to the way that I am, and he blocks me all the time. And I'm like, can you not be at my feet, please, all the time? So I'm like constantly like nudging him, booting him, like, get out of my way, dog. Like,
I understand.
if I'm in the bathroom, this dog has to be with me. And I have a tiny bathroom. I'm in a 70s house. My bathroom is tiny. He takes up the entire thing. Yesterday, I said to my husband, I said, I'm not doing anything in the bathroom, but I'm cold and I'm going to sit there because the heat's on. And so I go in there, and who comes and lays down on top of the vent? This big lummox. So I couldn't even get some heat. So
Found out that it was actually warm in there and was like, all right.
yes.
Good call, bro. Thanks for the hookup.
But I will say, of the dogs, like, Chihuahuas get a bad rap for being yappy, whiny, mean, whatever. I've had 3 Chihuahuas, and I've loved every one of them. They've been kind and well-mannered. And the German Shepherd is no joke. I mean, if you're going to get a German Shepherd, you make sure you have the time for a German Shepherd, that you have the energy to go on multiple walks a day, and that you're giving it a job, and you are prepared for the amount of dog hair, because that will overrun your life. I can't wear anything black without being absolutely covered in dog hair. So just be prepared for that if you're going to take on a German Shepherd. Probably better to have a big old backyard, even an acreage, and have the time for it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, very important information.
Yeah.
And I think that is what we provide to the people. We provide important information, stuff you didn't even know you needed. And we have a great time doing it. So
we do have a great time doing it.
Now, you guys.
I want to try to show you Ruger, but I know the second I adjust everything in my office, he's going to start freaking out. So
he'll start flipping, and next thing you know, that's a whole other level of live broadcast.
Let's see if I can turn. Okay, ignore my. Oh no! See, I go to turn it, he goes the other way. Ruger, come.
He's like, no, I'm behind the scenes. I'm not an on-camera kind of guy.
And now he's gone.
Yeah,
I called him.
He knows. He doesn't need the fame. He's confident in his own self, and he's like, you know what? If it goes down, I'll be the one that defends the entire family. I don't need that kind of camera time.
Sorry, I unplugged my microphone here. You ever see those things that say you have the big dog privilege, where you're walking at night and it's okay because now you have a big dog, right? I definitely do feel safer when he's around. And granted, I'm not walking around at nighttime, but if I had to, he's the kind of dog I would like to have with me.
Absolutely.
We're going on a mission to find him.
Nice.
Oh, there.
I always like the missions.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
He's like, dude, I don't want to be he's back right now. He's like, I just don't seek the fame. I know. I know I'm the star. I don't even need validation.
There we go.
Hey, he's like, oh my God, is that Chuck from Keeping It Rio?
She's like, is that Chuck 210?
It is. It is.
There we go. That's my buddy. Oh, okay, thank you. He's a pretty good boy. I mean, people are pretty freaked out of German Shepherds, but they're actually very nice dogs. He's 9 now, and he's he still acts like a little
puppy. They always do, and that's the best part.
Yeah,
I think that's what dogs really provide us in life, is that ability to never really grow up. And my boxers were the same way. They would be older dogs with gray around their muzzle and whatnot, and you could still get them to do the cutest little stupid things. And they would respond to the smallest details. And
totally.
Dog Week is one of my favorite weeks of the year. That's why.
Totally. See behind me here. This was my other dog, Peanut, the one that died. And so we had her memorialized as a little Mexican soldier. Nice. As one does when their dog dies. So so that's it. That's it from us today. We are quite a bit over, and that's okay, because it was worth it, because it's Dog Week.
It seems like every episode I appear on, we tend to go way over, and
yes,
I have a tendency to think that's probably my fault.
No, it's us. We just chat.
It's all good. And hey, real quick before we end this episode, Becky, I do have to share something. I think this will be good news for you, and I think this will probably make you happy.
Okay.
I have been posting reels of our episodes, like a couple a week, not going too crazy. I post episodes of my own podcast. I post videos of my daily escapades, whether it be at work, doing roofs, food reviews, whatever the hell I'm doing. I'm trying to post.
Food review.
I gotta say this: I've gotten the 2 most high-rated videos on my TikTok.
Okay.
The only variable that is different from any of the other videos, you, my friend, star in both of them. So I think you're an internet sensation. And I think my audience is like, hey, you know what? We like her better than you. So I'm going to continue to do that, and just know that your tremendous fame and likability from the public is actually helping me to expand my network. So
perfect. Well, then I better follow you on TikTok then, I guess.
There you go.
You know what? I keep saying if we got to do this at noon Eastern, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, where I'm awake and have makeup on, my hair's done, I'm not in pajamas, I feel like it would be totally different. But you wake up and now it's 8 a.m. and I got to go on the air.
Well, and I noticed, I think that nighttime episode did pretty well. Just saying.
Good to know. It's all about the makeup, I guess.
Indeed.
Love it. Well, thank you again for being here, everybody. Chuck, always a pleasure. Love our Mondays together.
So much fun. And it's not really snowing. That's an optical illusion.
Yeah, well, it is here.
But you know what didn't happen today in our show is those idiots did not do the landscaping today because it's too cold out.
Oh, can you see? Oh, you can't really. It's so bright.
It's
so bright because it's all snow.
Yeah, screw that. I'm wearing shorts and I don't even have any shoes on.
Oh, you can kind of see there. It's all snowy out my window.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. That's all I need right there. That's my connection to the snow.
Yeah, that's it. You can feel cold through me.
All is well.
Perfect. Well, everybody have a wonderful week. I may be back tomorrow, maybe with Kyle. I don't know quite the schedule yet, but someone will be here. Oh, it is me. Okay. I'm back tomorrow with Kyle.
Only one way to find out.
And I will be talking about why dogs are so funny. And we are continuing Dog Week, so make sure you are back with us.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.